Hi there, welcome to my video on how to use Lean Agile framework to build your online course. The reason why I wanted to talk about this is a lot of times we get really lost and overwhelmed with trying to build our first online course. We hear a lot of information, we read a lot of articles about, buying equipment and buying software when we really haven't even gotten the most important thing down, which is our content. So if you have your content and you want to build, I really recommend using this idea of Lean Agile because it tells you, and this framework helps you think about how to build it on a small scale, do it fast and quick, and then using your fast and quick model to grow it and scale it. And I think this is the best way to sort of approach building. So what do I mean when I say Lean Agile framework? So I break it up into these three categories, talking about lean, talking about what it means to be agile, and then thinking about how do you scale it and sort of how you bring these all together. So if you're looking at this idea of a lean startup, the book Lean Startup is a great framework to sort of build and guide your first development of an online course. So the idea is utilizing and being resourceful about what you have. So if you have a computer with a built-in microphone, web camera, and some basic video editing software, like some of the MacBooks do, then you can use the idea of a lean startup and use what you have. Don't go out there and buy a bunch of fancy equipment unless you really master the basics of building an online course. And then two, build using a very small budget. So you can use existing equipment and tools that you already have at your resource and disposal. And you can also improve this and invest in a small amount for new equipment that you feel are really key and essential to your online course. And most of all, be resourceful. Use what you have, but also think about, you can't sometimes build a great product unless you have some basics and also some intermediary tools. So you want to balance the budget and be very friendly with, costs. But you also want to think about, like, if you can't, build it without some tools, think about what are some budget and mid-tier tools and software that will help you get to building a really great first product. And then Agile, I think this is a really important concept that a lot of people don't really know much about. And I would say Agile is really about being nimble. So adapting quickly to your target market, pivoting direction given global market circumstances, and being able to shift your course strategy and your course sales strategy. And then lastly, Agile is really about ongoing testing, iterating, and improving upon your process. So if it's taking you 10 hours to build your first course, think about how you can improve upon the process and cut down the time that you build into 6 hours so that you free up your time to focus on other aspects of your online course business. And lastly is thinking about scale. Most businesses who are selling online courses have to think about what the business model is and thinking about how to grow your revenue and diversifying your course sales strategy. So it means thinking about, do you sell one course, one big course, or do you sell 5 small courses that helps you offer different bundles and different subscription models to always at the bottom line increase your revenue. Also, scaling is not about like rushing to hire for a lot of roles until you've really planned out and thought out how you want your online course business to work. So yes, you may need someone to write marketing copy, and you might also need some sales people to help you understand how to sell to businesses. But you also don't need 10 of these people. You want to think about being a little bit more lean, doing it on a smaller scale so that as it evolves and as it grows, then you can slowly decide which areas to hire more for in other areas versus others. And lastly, but most importantly, no business functions well without being able to really delegate. So you really want to think about hiring and outsourcing some of the work to free up your time to focus on other areas of the operations. So that as your business grows, having different people who are dedicated to marketing, people dedicated to sales, people devoted to the technical side, all helps free up your time so that you're not overseeing every aspect of the online course development process. So I hope this helps. My suggestion was to sort of use this as a way to sort of get you in the habit of thinking practical. You don't have to spend a whole lot of money, but you do need to spend a little bit of money. So just sort of minding that kind of checks and balances of, spending a little bit and investing in your business, but also don't, throw a ton of money if you don't have it, but think about, what are some mid-budget tiers and mid-software tools that are reasonably priced that can help you get to your first minimal viable product. Thanks again for watching, and send me a note if you have any questions.